Hey, what up, world? It's a popular opinion. You hear it a lot. Even Mel Brooks said it. He's like a really old school comedian, like way before my time. So, the opinion is PC is ruining society. Being politically correct is bullshit. It's just ruining comedy and all that. And I'm just going to respectfully disagree, you know what I'm saying? And here's why. In my opinion, now obviously I'm not saying it's a fact, but in my opinion, what's ruining comedy is just simply being not funny. That's all there is to it. And I'll give you an example of non PC statements that aren't funny. For example, Adolf Hitler. That motherfucker was not funny at all. You know what I'm saying? Nothing he said was PC. He wasn't PC at all. But by that argument, he's supposed to be some kind of brilliant comedian because he doesn't say anything PC. Like that's another stupid as fuck argument. Like I don't think the Jews thought it was fucking funny. You know what I mean? I don't think Chinese people thought it was funny. You know what I mean? Like the Japanese were with Hitler during World War II. Nothing was fucking funny about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Things that weren't PC. You know what I mean? Like when the British forced Chinese people to buy opium. You know what I mean? We didn't want that shit, but they forced us. We didn't find that shit funny. You know what I mean? Uh, you know what I mean? The Filipinos didn't find World War II funny either. You know what I mean? They didn't find colonization funny. There was nothing PC about colonization and having people from Spain invade and look at them and make statements that they weren't human at all. You know, they're less than them, so that's why they took over their land. You know what I mean? I don't think the Native Americans thought, you know, when the Europeans invaded, you know what I mean, the British people invaded. I think it was the British. I'll have to look it up, but I don't think they thought it was funny when they invaded and took all their land and called them savages and treated them like garbage. You know what I mean? So that argument is just stupid. You know what I mean? Like you can be completely not PC and you won't be fucking funny at all. Like you could be just speaking complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So the way I see it, that's a bullshit argument. You know what I mean? What's ruining comedy is just simply not being funny. You know what I mean? And I'll give you an example of this times now that don't have PC in it, like South Park. That is not a PC cartoon at all. They're very edgy and they they make fun of everyone. You know what I mean? They made fun of Jews, Chinese people, uh, people with disabilities. They've made fun of the president. They've made fun of rednecks. They've made like there's nothing PC about that cartoon, and it's funny as hell, and it exists today. So that's another thing about that's stupid about that argument saying it can't exist today. PC's ruining. You know what I mean? Like don't make excuses because your shit is whack. You know what I mean? Like Dave Chappelle is another non-PC comedian. He's hilarious as fuck. He's been like if you've ever seen his act, there's nothing PC about anything he says, but it's funny as fuck. You know what I mean? That's why he's so popular and he's getting $20 million to do Netflix specials. You know what I'm saying? And an example of like a PC comedian, you know what I'm saying, is like Jerry Seinfeld. You know what I mean? He's safe. He's safe. Like you ever seen his show? It's pretty funny. I have some of his books. I have like I think I have his CD here still. Like I've watched his act. I've watched the show, and he's very PC. He doesn't swear or curse. It's kind of neurotic, and it's a very funny show. He's a great comedian. I think his show is better than the stand-up act, but that's just my opinion. But that's an example of PC but funny. And another example of PC but funny is Jackie Chan. You know what I mean? His most of his movies are family friendly and he's hilarious, you know what I mean? Like he's an awesome stuntman, but he's funny. You know what I mean? So it has nothing to do with PC or not PC. It just has to do with if you're funny or not. You know what I mean? Being a comedian and doing comedy, that stuff obviously it takes talent. It's hard. Not everyone can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's my rant on that.